everybody, welcome to the superhero scene. My name is Joe. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our superhero team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. Zack Snyder released 2 insane images of the way Joker is supposed to look in the Snyder Cut, and the internet's going crazy. So I want to talk about the pictures in this video. I want to read the article that I came across in Vanity Fair, and it goes into an insane detail of how Zack wants to use him and the backstory of how he came about of wanting to put him into this movie. So I'm going to read the article. It definitely has some spoilers in it, so earmuffs if you don't want to listen. So I'm going to read it and talk about the pictures, all the goodness that was released today. So it says, what becomes of a prophet of mayhem in a world that has already fallen apart? Maybe he just lurks among the other nightmares in their blighted landscape. Maybe he has indulged most of his bloodthirsty impulses to the point of boredom. Maybe he hunts down those striving for order until he finds someone still capable of being hurt. This is the Joker as he appears in Zack Snyders Justice League, an entirely new element in the filmmaker decided to add as he completed his original version of the DC Comics team-up. Jared Leto's Clown Prince was not part of Snyder's original plan before walking away from the movie in 2017 amid a clash with Warner Bros. Leadership and a grief over a family tragedy. But when HBO Max offered him the chance to finalize his own cut of the movie, the director had a few things he wanted to add to the long-awaited Snyder Cut. Batman's nemesis was one of them. The Joker is really the only thing that I thought of in retrospect, Snyder tells Vanity Fair. But I will say that was always my intention to bring Joker into that world. When he first began working on DC films a decade ago, Snyder thought he would eventually bring the villain into conflict with Batman in a later project, but after his falling out with the studio, he realized that probably would never happen. Instead, when given the opportunity to finally finish Justice League his way for HBO Max, he asked for additional photography to fit Joker into the 4-hour event debuting March 18th. The only real rule about depicting Joker on screen is that you have to put your own twist on the monster. Variation is not just allowed, but expected. In this case, Snyder chose to cast his Joker as Leto, who played the part in an entirely different form in David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Gone are the face tattoos and slick back emerald undercut hairstyle of that movie. Thank you. Replaced by a visage that looks like a creature who crawled out of the basement of a long-abandoned insane asylum. That sounds amazing, the way you just said that. Maybe he did. Leto is wearing in the picture a hospital gown and surgical mask in the photos Snyder released exclusively to Vanity Fair, which the director says is probably a remnant of his escape into the wild when the world fell. In some of his Justice League scenes, Leto's Joker also sports a bulletproof vest. This wasn't released, so he was just talking about another look that the Joker has in the movie. A bulletproof vest festooned with grimy law enforcement badges. He has a ton of badges. Snyder said those are his trophies. That sounds awesome. Spoiler warning, so definitely if you don't want to hear this. Joker appears in the new film during a sequence set on a ruined Earth after the alien tyrant Darkseid invades and decimates the planet. It's a dream sequence, a psychic vision experienced by Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne that reveals what will happen if the superheroes fail to stop the onslaught. Joker is sort of the ghost of Christmas yet to come, supplying motivation through terror. The cool thing about the scene is that it's Joker's talking directly to Batman about Batman, Snyder said. It's Joker analyzing Batman about who he is and what he is. That's the only thing I also felt like fans deserved from the DC universe. That is to say, the Jared Leto Joker and the Ben Affleck Batman, they never really got together. It seems uncool to me that we would never make it this way, all the way throughout this incarnation of Batman and Joker without them coming together. Snyder already has a history devised in his head. The scene explains why Bruce had the Joker card taped to his gun that you see in the Batman vs. Superman. Yeah, that's cool. In Batman vs. Superman, the director says of his 2016 film, which he also hinted that the Joker murdered the Cape Crusader's sidekick by showing the absent Robin's armor spray painted with "haha, jokes on you, Batman," that we saw on his suit when Ben Affleck walked by it in the Batcave. I'd always wanted to explore the death of Robin, Snyder said, and if there was ever going to be a movie, which of course there probably won't be, I wanted to do a thing where in flashbacks we learned how Robin died, how Joker killed him and burned down Wayne Manor. Oh man, are we gonna get that? That was rumored, but I guess him saying this, we're gonna see it, and that's the whole thing that happened between he and Bruce. The director's plan was to show how they became like this, how he hurt him in a way that no one has really. Other than losing his parents, it was probably the most significant personal injury to his life. That's the role of this Joker sequence we will fulfill in the Justice League. But those seeking continuity may have questions. What happened since we last saw Joker in Ayer's film? Is there tattoo removal in the apocalypse? I would say that there's been some water under the bridge. Who knows what happened, Snyder said. I don't know if he's wearing makeup. I don't know what's happening. It's hard to say exactly. You can interpret that to mean Snyder just liked it better this way. His version of Justice League will exist on its own, making use of some material from other DC movies, but standing alone as kind of Elseworlds tale. Yeah, that's about it. Oh man, that gave away a lot. So let's talk about the pictures that were released today, because they give away they don't give away a lot, but it's just awesome the way it shows it. Definitely when you first look at these pictures, the first thing that comes to my mind is the intensity in these eyes. Jared Leto, if we can get a little bit of what we saw, how he portrayed his character in the little things, how he could play Joker that way, that creepy, that crazy, that maniacal, that, out of his mind. He's definitely, if he could take some of that, the way he played in that movie, to this Joker, we're going to get a sensational Joker. We really are. The way he looks in one of the pictures, the close-up picture, definitely look in his eyes. His eyes tell so much craziness, so much that he wants to relieve himself of. It's a lot. And in that picture, you see his eyes all black and smoky. You see his lips all black and smoky too, all smeared black. You see white. Of course, the picture's in black and white. You see some cuts along his face. He's holding, you see a glove in his hand, and you see he's holding something like in this sort of fashion. Maybe it's the card that we saw in the picture from a couple of days ago. This picture looks really cool. Then we get that other picture of him kind of sitting in that hallway. It's cool how we got this picture of him sitting on a box in the hallway. We got Darkseid sitting on a throne the day before. I love the way that they both look. Kind of similar poses. They're both hunched over. Darkseid's more with his hand, up to his chin, pondering, and Joker's kind of more in a hunched fashion where he's like debating doing something, or he's about to lunge or something. But looks really cool in this picture. He's sitting in a hallway. Definitely what they're talking about. His shirt looks like this long white shirt, all ripped up, all like dried blood everywhere, cuts here and there. He's wearing gloves in this picture that look tied to his wrist. It's cool, he's sitting on a box. He just looks crazy. His hair is long, slicked back, a little bit longer than shoulder length. Yeah, it looks really cool. It really does. I like the way his eyes look, smoky, black, dark, looks crazy. The way his lips look really cool. The way that smeared black looks, kind of reminiscent to a little bit of Heath Ledger's Joker. I really like the way it looks. I think Zack's gonna nail out at the park with this. I love the description that he gave. Kind of gives us a hint of how he's gonna use the Joker in this. We didn't get the picture of the vest. We got some pictures and drawings from a while back. If I could find them in my library, I'll put them as I'm talking. But I can't wait. I can't wait. This is awesome that Zack released this. I didn't think we would see the Joker. I thought maybe we'd get a little snippet of it in the upcoming trailer from 214. But this is really cool. This is really cool. It's giving away a little bit, not giving away too much. And, it gives us his tone. He looks crazy. He looks brutal. They said that there was rumors from a couple of weeks ago how he was intended to be very brutal in this. I did a video on it. I'll link it at the end. He was supposed to be a different take of the Joker that we saw in 2016's Suicide Squad. So I can't wait. I love Jared Leto as an actor. Love Zack Snyder as a director. Definitely my favorite. And I really think that chemistry of those two are really going to nail this character. And, just picturing how brutal we saw that clip of Steppenwolf yesterday, I can't even imagine how brutal Darkseid's going to be and how brutal Joker's going to be in the scenes that we see them. So I can't wait. I really can't. Thank you, Zack Snyder, for all this. It's just awesome how you're releasing this stuff daily. And, hopefully you keep it up. Hopefully you can keep some a secret. as some fans want to be surprised when we see it, especially myself, but I love what we're getting every day. And thank you so much, Zack, for this. You're definitely doing this for the fans, and the fans appreciate this. So comment below what you think about these pictures, what you think about the description was the craziest, and comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to the superhero scene. Join our superhero team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy. Stay safe. Snyder Cut, baby! Yeah.